is easy.
All right, that's why we're giving one family a money makeover. Last week we met the family who's helping us with this. On today's Money Monday, the focus is on the first step. And Deanna Dewberry is here with NBC5 Response. Excited to hear about this.
It is exciting stuff. Our family, they sat down with a money counselor from Transformance. It's a nonprofit that provides financial guidance. The advice she gave our family, it could help you too.
And I get 50 for pension gift.
Deanna Smith and her family are back in business after hard times. Smith and her husband work, and they have no credit card debt.
We know that there is a little bit of money left over, but we don't tend to see that money.
When Smith sat down with a financial counselor, she found spots to fix.
I could handle a major unexpected expense.
Not at all.
So you would say completely, very
Not
well.
at all.
Okay.
So step 1, set 2 to 3 specific short and long-term goals.
Short term, anything that can happen in a year or less. Long term, something you want to accomplish within, say, 2 years or more.
So instead of create an emergency fund, think save $1,000 within 6 months. Step 2, track expenses to find little bits of money you didn't know you had.
I want you for a whole month. This is going to seem a little ridiculous, but even if you sectioned it off week by week, but I want you to do it for a whole month. A sheet of paper in your wallet, your note, your purse.
Finally, start saving, even if it's only $1.
The ideal is just to build the habit, and if it's a smaller amount, maybe you'll be less tempted to touch it.
Plan in hand, Deanna Smith is hopeful.
Maybe eventually we have a nest egg to where we have a savings account. If something goes wrong and we have to make an ER visit because somebody broke a bone or kidneys give me fits again, we have something to kind of buffer that to where it's not crippling us.
She's well on her way to a good behavior and meeting all her goals. I'm very excited to work with Deanna.
And when Deanna was talking about breaking a bone, she knows all about that. One of her kids has brittle bone syndrome. He's broken lots of bones. Every time that happens, it can set you back. So Deanna Smith will track expenses for a month, and then she's going to work with that money counselor to create a budget that works for her. We have lots of resources online to help you get started, and next week, we're checking out what you need to do to own your own home. This is so important. It's a goal for so many people. You can take those tiny steps to get to the big goal. So,
super. Thank you, Deanna.
Sure.
All right, Deanna's going to leave in the studio and get back in the newsroom, and she'll be online for the next half hour. If you have a question, if you have a consumer problem, everyone who calls or emails us gets help. The number is 844-5-RESPND, 844-573-7763. The email is NBC5response@NBCDFW.com.